We live and direct. Fuck Your Feelings podcast.
It's the boy White Man.
This episode 6, 7, 7, 6.
Yeah,
one or the other. Short topic today, with it being Super Bowl week. Of course, we have to discuss the quarterback play in the Super Bowl. So, the early discussion is who you betting on. And for me, it's impossible for me to find a way to bet against Tom Brady. Like, I don't care if the team is better than him. I don't care if Patrick Mahomes is better than him. I don't care if you think Andy Reid is better than Bruce Arians. Tom Brady is on the field in a Super Bowl. It's impossible to think anything other than Tom Brady gonna win.
Well, me personally, I don't even believe that the kids, player for player, roster for roster, that the Chiefs are better. I believe Tampa Bay got the edge if you do that.
Well, I honestly, I think Kansas City the better team if you take in accountability that they've been here. Like, this team has this their second year in a row to the Super Bowl. They've been together. Now, I also think that they take a hit missing the two guys on the outside. You can't block for Mahomes. I don't know how much you're going to be able to just run away from Shaq and JPP and Sue. Like, Kansas City facing a tall order when you look at the fact that they got a lot of injuries on offense. And
Mahomes not even 100%. That's the other thing.
Well, I think Mahomes can be at 90% and still be spectacular. But I don't think that not being protected, not having all your weapons, because you can guarantee Tampa Bay not going to let Tyreek Hill beat him by himself.
No. I mean, he's not even going to I don't believe he's going to have time to get deep.
But, see, that's the thing. I don't think he need to get deep. He just need the ball.
Yeah.
Like, we watched a game where Dallas put all the people deep, and they threw him a receiver screen, and he scored on the last play of the half.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right. I agree. But with those type of passes, I think you need timing still. And I think Tampa Bay can cause the timing problems that can disrupt that type of thing. No. Even quick, you know football, you're quiet. You know, even quick passes, it's a timing thing.
Yeah, and
even though it's a quick pass, it's still
he needs a window to throw the ball in and all that. No, I get that. I just think, like, first to me would be Aaron Rodgers. When it comes to finding a window to throw the ball into from crazy angles, first would be Aaron Rodgers. I think Mahomes might be second, with Marino being third and Phillip Rivers being fourth. Like, to just get the ball out their hand, like, at different angles, from different platforms, and still make a catchable ball. I
agree. I like your order, except the other quarterback that I got in that top three. I'm gonna take Phillip Rivers out, and I'm gonna put Rodgers in there.
Who?
Rodgers.
Yeah. I put Aaron Rodgers number one.
Okay. But you didn't include him though.
I did. I said Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, okay.
Then Mahomes. Then
I thought you said Marino.
I put Marino at 3.
Rivers. I thought you said Marino, Rivers, and Mahomes.
No, I said 4.
Oh,
I said Aaron Rodgers was number 1.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
What Aaron Rodgers do with a football, like, I understand why people love Aaron Rodgers, because what Aaron Rodgers does with a football is phenomenal. Like, it's phenomenal. My thing with Aaron Rodgers is just that, like, and it ain't necessarily Aaron Rodgers. It's Green Bay.
Green Bay did the John Elway. They doing with him what Denver did to John Elway.
What? Kind of. But if you really look at it, like, this is how I feel about Green Bay. They have to be one of the most disappointed organizations in the history of sports. And here's why. You had Brett Favre for 20 years. You transitioned from Brett Favre the last 15 been Aaron Rodgers. You got 2 Super Bowls to show for 35 years worth of Hall of Fame quarterback. That ain't enough.
Top 10 quarterback. Yeah, two of the top 10 quarterbacks. And only got
35 years straight of Hall of Fame quarterback, and you got 2 Super Bowls to go with that. I don't know if that's acceptable.
Yeah.
Trent Dilfer got the same amount of touched Super Bowls as Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's acceptable. So do Nick Foles.
But I blame that. I blame that more on the organization, man.
Me too, but I thought Green Bay was.
You have to surround. I don't care how good your quarterback is. You gotta give him. You gotta give him supporting cast.
No, you absolutely do. But I ain't gonna necessarily go for that either. Cause Tom Brady ain't always had a great supporting cast.
Well, I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why. This is something that
Coaches don't fucking play. Don't try to.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh.
Because it's the Baltimore Ravens syndrome. I didn't notice until yesterday that Tom Brady defense was a top 10 every year.
I knew that.
I mean,
okay.
You got top 10 defense and Belichick along with Brady. I mean,
how many teams have had top?
And one more thing that benefited him too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it hurts my heart because my team is in that division. They also had a luxury of playing in a weak division.
You can't blame me. You can't blame me for beating the shit out of people. I'm supposed to beat the shit out of.
Fortune, though, bro.
Well, hold on. Because Tom Brady
like a heavyweight fighter.
True.
When you if you getting beat up, and then you get to that one match. I mean that you fresher if you ain't. You know what I'm saying?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Tom Brady left that division. New England didn't win it.
Oh no!
So how we know Tom Brady ain't the reason they was winning it? It was a bad division.
No, he's a good part of it.
He
left, and the division did also get a lot strong. Considering Buffalo.
I believe that Buffalo and Miami.
But so it's not the same division.
But Belichick still.
And they got a lot less talent. You got to think about it. They had 9 people that opted out for COVID. Mm-hmm. So it ain't just the Brady thing. So it's a lot.
No. Fuck. That's just how it go.
Yeah. But
all I'm saying is, okay, so Tom leave New England. Mm-hmm. He go to a team with all the talent in the world, but a quarterback that'll fuck it up for you.
Man, listen. That team got. I'm gonna tell you like this. That team got at least 5 Pro Bowl caliber players on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and they had them last year, and they motherfucking asses couldn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, they also had a quarterback that tried to throw away every game.
Now, you ready? Now, it's people who will say that Tom Brady is not a top 10 quarterback in this league, right? Well, they take that one.
I'm telling why.
I don't give a fuck.
But I don't give a fuck what type of talent we talking about. Consideration, I believe you're a top 10.
I don't care what.
He's probably around 10 though.
Listen, I don't care. You want to know why? Because how many ain't but 2 quarterbacks in the Super Bowl, and he one of them. So you convinced me that he ain't one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the goddamn league.
You said top 2?
Damn right. It's 2 in the Super Bowl, and he one of them.
I don't think so, but I wouldn't even try to. I wouldn't even try to debate with that one.
You kind of can't.
Shit.
Well, how? How do you debate it? Ain't he in the Super Bowl? Why do we play the game? We play this shit to win, bro. We don't play this shit for numbers. Just like that stupid ass trade, like all of a sudden Matthew Stafford gonna make the Rams a Super Bowl contender. Fuck, Jared Goff already took you there. What the fuck about Matthew Stafford make you believe that in all these years he been throwing for yards and winning 6 goddamn games? What make you believe he the nigga to get you over the hump?
I don't think he gonna be the. I can understand what they're trying to do. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is how I think they look at it because
you see what they gave up to give him.
That's what I'm about to get.
First round, 2 first rounds.
I don't believe Jared Goff was gonna get them a Super Bowl.
He got there.
But now if you ask me, do I believe Matthew Stafford gives them a better chance? I believe he do. But I'm gonna tell you again, I don't think he gonna do it.
Hey, you remember the Super Bowl, right?
He give him a better chance.
Hey, you remember the Super Bowl, right? That they lost, right? Mm-hmm. And you remember the run to the Super Bowl where all the way up to the playoff, Todd Gurley got them to the Super Bowl, to the NFC Championship game, mm-hmm. And then they was determined not to give Todd Gurley the ball and put the game on Jared Goff's shoulders for no fucking reason other than to prove that white boy could be the MVP. Fuck that. That's not Jared Goff's fault. That's Sean McVay's fault. That is Sean McVay's fault.
I agree with that.
So with that being said, Jared Goff played well enough when you stayed within the scheme of what the fuck we want to do to get us to the Super Bowl. So what about him take that away from him? Because the last 2 years he been dealing with receiver injuries and back injuries and changing backs every 2 games, and we gonna blame that on him.
Because that was kind of McVay being cocky.
So fuck him. So why we? So
I mean, he's a great coach, but he got
he's
he
a
got
great.
beside himself.
He's a great playmaker upper, whatever you call that shit. Like
play
he
design
good
and
at
a good schemer.
He good at putting plays together.
Yeah, he's a good
He's
player.
not great. Like he's not great at calling plays. Like every game, it's gonna be the same play calls, the same style of play calls, and teams can game plan for that. He's not a great play caller. He designed great plays, but he's not a great play caller. And if the dude calling plays ain't a great play caller, you're going to put your offense in bad positions all the time. For a long time, Andy Reid wasn't a great play caller. He got it together in Kansas City. When he was with my goddamn Eagles, he was horrible after his first 15 plays.
I think he was a good play caller.
In Philly?
Yeah.
His first 15 plays would be dominant.
I think he had moments where
He was fucking
I coached
retarded.
before, and I fell into something I saw him doing. Sometimes when you get to calling plays, you're doing good, and you kind of fall in that how can I say, repetitive kind of thing instead of adjusting. And I think that's what he was doing. And then I think he had to realize, like, yo, I need to adjust. Because I did the same thing when I was coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you ready though? You
Yeah.
ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
You was coaching kids, yo. This man been coaching his whole goddamn life. He coaching the best of the best. He is one of the. If you coach in the NFL, shouldn't you be considered one of the 32 best coaches in the world?
Maybe.
Shouldn't you be considered? I ain't saying you are. You know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
You should be considered. So if you're one of the 32 best, you can't be making mistakes that niggas who coaching little kids make.
Yeah, but I mean, anything you do in life, man, you're supposed to learn every day, man. And to say that you just said he got it together in Kansas City.
Eyes off that shit. Like that shit captivated you. And Kobe had moments like that. Michael's whole career was like that. LeBron got moments like that. Michael's whole career was like that. And to me, it won't be two other players whose careers were like that. And that was Magic and Bird. You couldn't take your eyes off that shit. There is another one. Fuck, man. That Steph shit. That stuff, like, I heard a nigga say Kyrie is the best show in basketball right now.
Yeah, they saying that. I mean,
Steph Curry is, like, when that nigga cooking, yo, that shit is fucking retarded, bro. That shit is retarded, and he be doing the little wiggles, and, man, that shit is fun as hell to watch. That shit make you feel like a kid. Now, he Steph like that, but it ain't a lot of shit where, like, I ain't got to be a fan of that motherfucker. I got to watch that shit, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, when Randy Moss first hit the league.
Oh, man,
And T.O., when they was doing the, who was going to get the best celebration before they took that shit out? Man, I don't give a fuck who he playing. I got to watch this shit. These niggas crazy. This man pulled the Sharpie out. One nigga asked the chick to marry him with the pom-pom. Like, these niggas having the ball. Yeah, now that's why I watch it. Because if you saw that on SportsCenter, you ain't get the real feel of how sick the opponent was when Chad caught the ball and started waving to the cheerleader to run with him. So, oh man, come on, man, that shit was dope. And that's this era. The new fan is just man, I can go check this shit out on YouTube right quick, see the highlights, listen to Stephen A for a quick second, and now I know everything. Man, kill your goddamn self.
Yeah, you gotta understand that highlights is just that, highlights.
It ain't really show.
Yeah,
like,
don't tell you the whole story.
In the highlights, a team down 20, and then the next thing they show you is, they was on the comeback, and now they down 8. So how the fuck they get to this point? You ain't see the 3 turnovers and the missed free throw. And that's the shit. That's why I be telling people a lot, you don't really know what the fuck you looking at. Because y'all wait till the finals to want to pay attention, or the Super Bowl to want to pay attention.
But you got a lot of people that watch sports today and don't even actually watch the games. They just watch highlights.
No, and the two things that I think fucked up fandom in sports is SportsCenter and fantasy sports.
Yeah.
Because now people don't care if people win. They care about what numbers they put up for their fantasy team. And that don't work. Like, I don't play fantasy because I want to see people win. And sometimes playing winning football is Hines Ward just making a block for a back to pick up the.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's winning football. And
I love that type of.
Bro. If I was a actual coach, my team would be built to run. Like, I don't give a fuck. Tyreek Hill, you faster than a motherfucker, bro. You are exceptional. If you won't block on 3rd and 3, though, you can't play for my goddamn team because we gonna be mean. Like, we might not be talented, but we're going to beat the shit out some people. Like, you going to tap out. You don't want to play no more. You too pretty. Mm-hmm. They gave you that cool-ass $200,000 check. You don't want to keep getting hit like this today. Nah, it's a little different the way I see it. Like, but the new fan is so caught up on, like, if like you even got caught up on that shit one day when you said, give me one highlight that Larry Hughes ever had. Man, I don't know. Larry Hughes was a solid basketball player, though. I don't.
Say highlight? Did I say
you said
one good?
Do something. No,
what did he do?
No, you said do something.
What did he do?
No, you said name something great that Larry
He did. Yeah, I'm not talking about a highlight. I'm saying anything.
He was a solid basketball player. I ain't saying fuck. Like, nope. If you ain't a fan, hold on, no.
That ain't.
Hold on. If you're not a true fan of basketball, you don't even know who Larry Hughes is.
But see, you saying what I said, but you're not saying what the conversation was. You said he had a squad.
I said he had enough. We was talking about him not making the playoffs, and you said who was his squad, and I said Ilgauskas and Larry Hughes. And Darnell Marshall, and I said he could have went to the playoffs with him in his rookie year had he went to college. Hey, yo, you know I got that shit on my phone. I can pull that shit back up now.
I don't even care what you got on your phone. That team was some shit.
I'm just saying, like, he could have made the playoffs.
Man,
and fuck that. We ain't going to get back into if he should go to college because it's too much shit to talk about. Because you said something about the Brooklyn Nets, man, and I want to know what your take is. Or what your angle is on that.
Oh, no. Do you think they're going to the finals?
I can't. First of all, it's hard, and I'm gonna tell you why. One, because Kyrie injury prone. Two, come playoff time, I don't know. Now, if this James Harden is the James Harden we gonna get all year, them people might be impossible to fucking beat, yo.
Yeah, he been playing some defense too.
And
played defense last year.
And facilitating and not just taking 30 shots a game. Like, he letting the game come to him. If this is the James Harden,
that's gonna be the James Harden you get. He already said that. He said, bro. Yeah, but you gotta think. He's not the best player on his team right now.
You can't be when Kevin Durant on your team.
That's my point. So he's smart enough. One thing about him, man, he has a high basketball IQ.
I will give you that.
He knows he's not the smartest player, so he's not going to do the shit that he was doing.
I will give you that. So until playoff time, like, man, the playoffs.
Listen, the only chance that I got of him being a different player
is if Kyrie go down.
No, not even if If Kyrie go down, I think he's still gonna be the same player. If something was to happen to Durant, then that would change.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let me say, like, I always like Durant. And what he doing this year, people is missing because people goofy. The man is asking for the toughest defensive assignment every night. The nigga, the other night when they beat the Clippers, the bitch had...
It's sad that he's the best defensive player on the team.
True.
He's out of the rotation anyway. I don't know what they got on out of rotation.
Some bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, they about to bring in Shumpert, and that's gonna be...
They need that.
The other night when they beat the Clippers, that bitch was 11 for 13. If Kevin Durant shooting 11 for 13,
he's super efficient anyway. He don't need to take 25 shots to get 25, 30
But
points.
I was just explaining that to my son. We literally watched one day where Luka had 29 points on 28 shots. And the next highlight was Steph. And Steph had 29 points on 21 shots. It's different. Like, Steph's still playing point guard. And that's why he my favorite. Because he can still get his numbers and still play true point guard. Like, most of these quote-unquote point guards, in order to get their scoring numbers, they have to stop passing the ball and they just got to be in attack mode. That man played point guard the whole goddamn game.
Yeah.
And he's still going, especially when he could like
It's a beautiful system that they run.
No, and I've been telling people forever it's the system. It is the system. Like, for as much as Mark Jackson did with them defensively, you have to give Steve Kerr credit for the offensive system he brought in.
Yeah. Like it's that San Antonio. It's a piece of San Antonio, a piece of Chicago Bulls. Like it's a beautiful goddamn mashup.
And he played like Steve.
It's
played
a part of the triangle in there. People don't understand.
No, and just like it is. Steve Kerr is a perfect blend. He played for two of the most perfect coaches. Phil never overreacted. Papa called timeout after the first play. You fucking do the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it was perfect to put Steve in a position where, well, fuck, I'm just going to let y'all play some games. And some games I can get the feel, nah, hell no, Draymond. You can't do that today. Like, it's perfect. And, like, as black people, we always go, Steve Kerr ain't that good because he ain't doing that, but with Mark Jackson's team, I'm not going to give you that. I think Mark Jackson deserves part of the credit.
Yeah, he definitely deserves some of that.
Honestly, I believe that they should have gave him a ring for the first championship.
Yeah.
I thought they should have.
Yeah.
But this shit that keep going. And,
no, that ain't. You can't give him that. You can't give him.
And for the record, Mister, they not gonna make the playoffs. Them niggas the 7th seed right now.
Right now.
Hey man, that man busting people.
They got a lot of
that man busting people. Now I will tell you, the team that's scary in the West, and I don't think they can. I think they can get out of the first round. I don't think they can push the Lakers or the Clippers yet. But next year, people in trouble. That goddamn Memphis shit, that nigga John came back and, man,
I still think that if they can get anybody to come down there with him, they can get him Levine.
Oh my God!
I mean, he just need a baller. One baller with him.
I want to see Zach somewhere else so goddamn bad, yo. Like Zach, just like I said, like we keep talking about what Bradley Beal doing in Washington and they ain't winning no goddamn games.
He can go there.
That nigga Zach LaVine is out this bitch. Yeah. He just in Chicago and they don't win. No, fuck.
And you give Morant any one of them. Any one of them.
Any help? He got some help.
He got some help, but he need a baller.
Nah, he need a
blue. He need a baller.
Fuck, he could take C.J. McCullough. That should be retarded.
Only reason I'm gonna say nah,
because you don't think
he's too much of a liability.
Yeah,
he's too much.
First of all, he's not. Second, Ja is a hell of a defender, and Ja can defend you too, which can.
Yeah, I mean he can probably mask up a little bit, but
and CJ not a bad defender. He just
he just don't have the weight or the. He's not strong enough. He's not. Like,
in this league, it's hard to defend anybody, and like I'm gonna give CJ and Dame the same thing that everybody gave James Harden in Houston. That Portland team, everything that happened for them is scoring by Dame and CJ. So they have to kind of give a little bit less. We're not in the Michael Jordan era where a nigga can go get 48 and still fucking lock somebody down. Niggas don't do that shit no more. We have what they call specialists. We'll put a nigga on the court just to play defense. It won't no niggas like that when we was coming up.
No, they had them. It just was very, very little of them.
Who?
It was a few.
That just play defense? Because even though Dennis Rodman was just supposed to be...
He said his name in Detroit. He was more of a defender.
How the fuck was... No, he was more of a defender. That nigga Dennis Rodman had 14 points a game.
I ain't saying he couldn't score, but that won't...
No, you got niggas now who literally cannot score. They put people... Oh, my God. They had a little period with the Reggie Evans nigga that playing that big three now. All he could do was rebound. He was getting 22 rebounds, and that bitch would be 0 for 7 on layups and shit. Like, nah, man. We got that special... Oh, my God. They put Cal Korver in the game because he can shoot. He can't do nothing else. But he can shoot.
You definitely got more specialists now.
And I don't like that either. But that go back to my talk about going to school.
That's why I feel like
go to college for 4 years.
The league is more watered down now.
Go to college for 4 years, goddamn. Oh yeah, before I goddamn it, because I know we're getting close. We have to fuck that roster for the Olympic team, bruh.
For real?
Hell yeah, yo, with fucking Isaiah Thomas and them. Yo, I seen his mama posted it yesterday. You know, I don't really be following, but I seen it. Like, he is pretty much like the last cut. He on that roster right now when they got, I guess, a couple exhibition games coming up before they trim the roster down. Shout out to Cat, man, for fucking staying with his dream, man. No doubt. That shit is real.
Okay. You talking about Doogie?
Damn right.
Doogie's son.
Damn right. Fucking Doogie and Lady and them.
So what you think about since Ball been in the starting lineup?
The nigga ain't in the fucking starting lineup. I just watched him play last night. He started last night was his second start, and it was because of injury.
That's what I'm talking about.
He started
been in the starting lineup since Rozier went down.
No, last night was his second start. Bro.
Yeah.
and they look all right. But you know why he not in the starting lineup? You ready? You ready?
I'm listening.
Remember how we was talking about
I mean, a rookie, but go ahead.
Now, you remember how we was talking about going to college and not throwing them goofy ass passes and turning the ball over all the time? He like now you've seen
Blaming that on college?
Now, what the fuck? You see now we've seen the highlights where he throw the little one hand lob and Bridges catch him. He turned it over twice on that shit a game though. Yeah, they gonna show you the one he make. They're not gonna show you.
I've been watching the full game, man, and I'm impressed. I mean,
no,
he's a rookie. I'm impressed.
I will give you.
And it take a lot.
I don't know if he impressed
me.
He not impressive. He is above the curve because he played professional basketball.
I got a question for you then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell me a more impressive rookie this year. Taking a long time.
Because Wiseman hurt, and that's my own. And Wiseman came out of the starting lineup for the same because he is foul prone the same way Ball is turnover prone, and that's what got him out the starting lineup.
Okay.
Wiseman was impressive as well. I mean, again, I think it's a 2-man race between them for Rookie of the Year, but that don't necessarily mean either one of them is impressive. They just might be the two. Like you got to think, yo, coming out in this draft, like. Obi Toppin was supposed to be the kid in New York, but I think he been hurt or COVID or something. So he ain't played a whole lot.
I think I seen him play like in the very beginning of the season.
And coming off that COVID shit, like it's different because they don't have no practice time there. They don't allow them niggas to practice. Them niggas just show up to games and hoop. Which is goofy as a bitch that they still trying to do an All-Star game just for some money. And they doing trying to do the All-Star game in Atlanta. Man, them niggas gonna be in strip clubs. The COVID shit gonna shut that shit straight back down. That shit stupid as fuck. But they don't get a chance to practice. They don't get a chance to do nothing but hoop. So Lonzo I call him Lonzo because he one of the Ball brothers. Mello, Jello, which fuck man, one of them
Mello.
My son called him Jello. Fuck man. He gonna look like his style of play it's gonna be nice that he gonna look good because he ball dominant and he has a handle to make people look bad. So it's gonna be nice that shit work. It's gonna be nice that shit look horrible too, just like when Kyrie first came in the league. I'm not telling you that I don't think the finished product won't be something special. What I'm saying is right now, I think the nigga should have went to college for longer because he not ready for, like, he real life not ready for the NBA stage. It just so happens that it's a lot of niggas in the NBA.
Now, I do believe he probably should have went to the NBA. But that discussion we had a while back, I was saying it's some players that I feel like don't need to go and already. He wasn't one of the ones that he's not in that. But I still feel like even though he went cross season play, I think that did him some justice because he played with grown men.
No, it did.
And that style of play over there is leaning towards what the NBA is going to nowadays. So
yeah,
it's the closest thing to me. That's the closest thing you can get to the NBA right now.
But what he has to adjust at is like overseas. It might be a starting point guard that's 13 years old, 17 years old.
Yeah,
a little ass. No. You can play pro ball at 13.
I know. I'm saying here in the NBA it's grown men. And over there, you might not necessarily.
He still has to adjust to, like, you might hit a nigga with a sweet ass move that's gonna beat him. I'm gonna give you the perfect example. And I thought he was a phenomenal college kid, and I still knew he wasn't ready. And now, this year should be his second year in the league, and look at what he did last year. You ready? Brandon Ingram. This would be his second year if he stayed for 4 years. Think about what he did last year. Most improved player. Which he shouldn't have got, but most improved player. And he is on the team with Zion, and he is the unequivocal leader. That's his team. Right? You cannot take that away from him. Because he had to trick it up in LA and find out he wasn't ready and let his body get broke down to build back up. The best thing that happened to him was LeBron not wanting him and sending him somewhere where he ain't had LA expectations. And
I think the best thing that helped him was playing. Didn't he play 1 year with LeBron?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. I think that's what benefited him. I think that's what helped elevate his career because he learned what it. It's part of what you were saying about going to. To me, he had a crash course of college by playing 1 year long beside LeBron. It taught him how to be a professional, how to train, how to prepare, how to think the game. Like I think he learned a lot of that from LeBron.
No,
I think that's what played that major role of him going to Pelicans and being able to go there and be the leader and be the player that he's become.
No,
I think it had a lot to do with that.
I will give you that, but it also it coincides with him getting his grown man body.
Yeah, he was starting to have that there though. He finished it. He finished it.
Right? Yeah, the last year, because that last year him and Kevin Durant had to shoot out where he paid Kevin Durant 51.
Yeah, he gave him the business. They was trying to say he was the next Durant.
No, and I've been saying it for years. I
mean, anybody that know talent. I mean, if you watched him, I knew he was an alpha dog. I just knew he was a pup. You know what I'm saying?
Just like Jason Tatum starting to grow into his man body.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown, that man got his man body. Can't nobody stop that nigga.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. And talk about the end of last season, I ain't like Jaylen Brown. Like he looked like he was supposed to be better than what he was playing, if that made sense.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden that shit clicked.
He actually playing how.
Oh my God, that bitch.
I agree.
Oh my God, that bitch is crazy.
I mean, that's what I thought about Ingram at first watching him.
No, absolutely.
I was seeing his skill set. I'm like, man, he's supposed to dominate.
The reason he couldn't dominate was because he left. Like even when he was at Duke and we had a bad season, he still like every time he stepped on the court, he was the best nigga. Couldn't nobody do nothing with him. And now you somewhere where, man, you not even the 50th best nigga around here. We don't even see you some nights, bro. Like you just out here. Figure that shit out. And that's part of like he didn't play in enough games at Duke where somebody could whoop his ass. Because if you get your man, the best thing that happened for Kobe's career was that man sticking Kobe out there to embarrass himself with them 4 air balls. That was the best thing that happened to that man's career. Because it was gonna make or break you right there. And Kobe just had the mentality to get over the hump.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, Kobe had something in his favor, which was a father that was in that played.
No, I agree with that.
He knew, you know what I'm saying. That was one of the reasons. That's why I said some players I feel like don't necessarily have to go to college. It depends on who you have to teach you. It's some things that can be taught, especially from a player that if you got somebody that's been in the league or know how to do certain things. And Kobe had that luxury of having a father that was in the league.
Seeing it, watched it,
yeah,
been there your whole life. The gym is your sanctuary.
Yeah.
You run to the gym before you run to your girlfriend.
And even with that, it still took him a few years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to get it.
Well, I think if he would have went to Charlotte, I think it might not have been the early success. But I think
it would have been quicker.
No. When I say early
to the fire.
No. When I say early success, I'm talking about the championships.
Oh yeah.
But I think it would have absolutely developed this game way faster to not have to depend on nobody and know like this team is putting the ball in my court from day one. I think his development would have been
his numbers would have been inflated. You know
and if you think about it, if he spent a year and a half on the bench, right, and still finished in the top 5 scorers of all time, woo!
Yeah, but he did. It's a couple years. He had the green light, right? But when Shaq left, he had like the ultimate.
No, but he earned it. He earned it. Like, because people forget that. Like, one of the best stretches I've ever seen was that stretch when Shaq went down. And for 10 hot, Kobe had 40 or better, 3 50-point games, and 10 40 points in a row. Like, what the hell?
So who we got to get involved to?
Now he don't have to.
Which Shaq out.
And if he cooking, who the fuck I'm gonna give the ball to?
Exactly.
What the fuck? Oh shit, I'm cooking. No man, hey, go play defense.
Yeah.
Go. Nah, I get it.
Go get the ball. Get it to me.
All right, man. We gotta cut short.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we right at 45.
Well, shit, we be right back at it Saturday though.
Saturday, definitely.
We gonna take another route Saturday.
Yeah, come Saturday, like most of y'all who know us, know we love to talk sports and shit, right? But Saturday, we got a whole nother angle because this fuck your feelings. And we talk about what we want to, when we want to, because we want to. And
we not in no box. We think outside the box.
shit, I shot the box up years ago. So, y'all stay tuned because this one going to be special. I'm Mike V, bitch.
I'm Los.
And we signing out.
Prince of Egypt blowing sativa. Eager to set it off like Juvie and Latifah. In school, cool dude, fetish for new sneakers. Only played JV for the cheerleaders. Dropped out, income more than my